Hello friends, how are you? Welcome to another video on my channel. In this video, we're going to learn the mass furnace fireball strategy. In this strategy, we will use furnaces in two ways, alongside the Warden to help him destroy buildings, and in the second case, around the map to clear buildings. In this strategy, instead of the Royal Champion, we will use the Minion Prince with the Angry Jelly pet selected, which will make this strategy easier. The reason is that compared to the Royal Champion, the Minion Prince is less dependent on invisibility spells to stay alive, and with its Metal Pants ability, it doesn't need much attention for a relatively long time. However, for the Royal Champion to stay alive, we must use invisibility spells. Additionally, if we use the Dark Orb correctly, we can target the movement path of the Warden, King, or Queen, and by doing so, reduce the damage taken by the heroes. As a result, the Minion Prince performs better than the Royal Champion in this strategy. The Revive spell is used so that if the Warden dies, we can revive it, but if the Warden doesn't die, we can use it for the King, Queen, or Minion Prince. Let's go and check out the planning for the first map together. The only and best area to use the fireball is the side of the monolith. Using the fireball in other areas of the map will create problems for us, because the Eagle Artillery will be activated and will target the furnaces. So it's better to destroy the Eagle Artillery right at the start. To take down the Eagle Artillery, we'll deploy the Warden and healers here, and place 2 furnaces on the right and 2 furnaces on the left of the Warden, so the fire mites can destroy the buildings to the sides of the Warden. Once these 4 defensive buildings are destroyed, we'll be able to hit the monolith with the fireball using 2 invisibility spells. We'll use 1 invisibility spell to cover these 2 defenses and another to cover the other 2 defenses, then launch the fireball at the monolith. When the fireball hits the monolith, the Eagle Artillery will also take damage, and with 2 earthquake spells we'll finish off both of them. You can see the destruction created by the fireball in the image. We must wait until the Warden picks a side before deploying the other heroes on the opposite side. In this attack, the Warden picked this side, so we'll support him with 2 furnaces so he can quickly take down the buildings ahead of him. The King and Queen will be deployed on this side, and the Siege Barracks on this side as well. The P.E.K.K.A.s and Wizards from the Siege Barracks will help clear the Ricochet Cannon side. We'll use 2 wall breakers to guide the King and Queen into this section. The Minion Prince will be deployed on the Town Hall side.
They said, don't fall, don't forget all the things you've been taught, you've been told. Don't blink, don't run, don't turn left or turn right or look straight at the sun. My mind's going in circles, I'm trying to fight it. Getting these voices inside to stay quiet. Gone to the place where all this began. Just start again. Oh, you won't see the light until the dawn breaks. No, till it's all said and done, you won't know what it takes. Gotta make a wrong turn and turn around. Gotta fall fast to pick yourself up off the ground. Until you get lost, you'll never be found, and you can't start again until you break down. Break down. Until you break down. They said, be meek. Look beneath the bed before you go to sleep. Keep on, I shine. You'll surely get burned if you reach out and touch. My mind is a battle, I'm trying to hide it. Getting these voices inside to stay quiet. On to the place where all this began. Just start again. You won't see the light until the dawn breaks. No, till it's all said and done, you won't know what it takes. Gotta make a wrong turn and turn around. Gotta fall fast to pick yourself up off the ground. Until you get lost, you'll never
Against Town Hall 17, our first step is identifying the seasonal defensive building on the map and seeing what type it's set to. In this map, the seasonal defensive building is a crusher mortar, so we don't need to worry about where we use the Warden, since Hook Tower, which restricts Warden use across large areas, is not present. We can use the fireball in several parts of the map, but the best spot to use it is this area, where we'll get great value. For complete destruction of this section, the air sweeper must be the target of the fireball. To target the air sweeper, we'll deploy the Warden with healers from this side, and to help speed up the destruction of surrounding buildings, we'll use furnaces like this, 2 on the right and 1 on the left. This will help the Warden move into the base more quickly, destroying the defensive buildings marked with an X, and set up conditions for using the fireball. To use the minimum number of invisibility spells, these defensive buildings marked with an X must be destroyed by the Warden. Using fewer invisibility spells gives us the advantage of saving more for later in the attack to protect our heroes when needed. We'll use the invisibility spells like this, 1 for these 2 defenses, another for the builder hut, and the final one for these 2 defenses, so the fireball hits the air sweeper. After the fireball lands, we'll follow up with 2 earthquake spells. The destruction caused by the fireball can be seen in the image. After using the fireball, we must wait for the Warden to choose a side, and then we'll plan the rest of the attack based on his direction. In this attack, the Warden picked this side, so we'll support him by placing 2 furnaces here. The siege barracks will be used here, and the king and queen here. The reason for placing the siege barracks here is that the P.E.K.K.A.s from the siege barracks will help clear nearby buildings so that the king and queen move closer to the town hall. Then, using the earthquake boots ability of the king, we'll open access for the queen to reach the town hall. The Minion Prince will be deployed on this side.
I wish I could tell you that I want you here with me, but you'll never love me like the way we used to be. Too far from Saturn, lost in the patterns. Where's the stars align so we could be free? Palms are sweaty, knees unsteady. I can't see my head on straight. Heart is heavy, wasn't ready. Don't think I can see your face. Now we're just friends. How long till that ends? It feels like forever away.
The seasonal defense on this map is Hook Tower, so we can't deploy the Warden just anywhere. We're restricted by its range. As you can see in the image, if we deploy the Warden on this side or that side, he'll eventually walk into the hook tower's range after moving a little into the base. So we have no choice but to destroy the hook tower at the start of the attack using the fireball. In fact, the easiest and safest approach is to take it out right at the beginning with the fireball. To destroy the hook tower, we must target this inferno with the fireball. To do that, we'll start by deploying the Warden with healers here, and support him with 2 furnaces on this side and 2 more furnaces on the opposite side. We'll wait for the Warden to destroy these 2 defensive buildings. Then to prevent him from walking into the hook tower's range, we'll use the ice block spell on him to freeze him in place. After that, we'll use the invisibility spells as follows: 1 for the mortar, 1 for the bomb tower and the X-bow, and the last one for the inferno and the builder hut, so the fireball can hit the inferno. Then, we'll use just 1 earthquake spell, keeping the other for later use in the attack. After the fireball hits, the destruction shown in the image will be achieved. Unlike previous attacks, in this map we don't need to wait for the Warden to choose a direction. Due to this map's structure, we'll immediately start deploying the heroes after the fireball destroys the target zone. Unlike earlier attacks where the king and queen were used together, this time the siege barracks and the queen will be used together on one side, and the king will be used solo on the other side. The siege barracks and the queen will help prevent the king from walking upward across the map. We'll guide the king into this section using 2 wall breakers. We'll drop the ice golem in front of the ricochet cannon to tank damage and protect the queen, especially her unicorn. The Minion Prince will be used here because the king, queen, and warden are far from this section, and the defenses in this area could otherwise cause trouble for our heroes.
All the barricades, I wanna know why they hold me back. Need a miracle to break me through, but I won't get that. If I was a real wonder, then I could save me from turning around. Lift me off the ground, and one day I'm free. Yeah, I wanna be a real wonder. Heaven lift me up from under. Wishing I could be somehow stronger now, so I can fight away all the pain inside me. Never be afraid of the fate that finds me. Wishing I could be stronger, so I can be a real wonder.
If you wanna be a wonder, baby, come and show it. Tell me what you feel in your heart and your soul. There's nothing I would take for granted. With me, we'll make it through. Takes 2 hearts to fix heartbreak. We grew apart, I made a mistake.